Your Ripple XRP will be used by CBDCs all around the world. Yes, XRP is very, very, very important. And also, Stellar Lumens XLM, this cryptocurrency right here, XLM crypto, is also going to be used by CBDCs around the world. And today we have some important world CBDC news for your XLM and XRP. So this is very, very important because the Bank of International Settlements and multiple central banks around the world are going to explore CBDC training and settlement, and they're already working on this, okay? Basically, all of the major countries around the world, from Canada to the United States to Brazil to Argentina to Mexico to Russia to Europe to China, India, Australia, all of the major countries around the world are focused on CBDCs right now, and they're coming out with their digital currencies very, very soon. And XRP will play a vital role in that. They will play a big role in CBDCs around the world, and so will Stellar Lumens XLM. Now, real quick, before we get into this important world CBDC news for XRP and XLM, all you have to do is real quick subscribe, join us, because we speak about cryptocurrency and how to make money and how to take advantage of the upcoming trends that are coming, including CBDCs, and how to get rich with cryptocurrency. Now, this is not financial advice, but if you like cryptocurrency, if you like XRP, if you like XLM, if you own any crypto, this channel is for you. So subscribe real quick, join us, and let's keep going because we have a lot to cover today with XRP and XLM. As I said, countries all over the world, including the Bank of International Settlements. And if you did not know, the Bank of International Settlements includes over 100 different central banks around the world. Okay, so the Bank of International Settlements is literally the Bank of International Settlements. Okay, they include major central banks around the world, and they are all together working together. Now, why is the title of this video XRP and XLM World CBDC News? Because, for example, just a few months ago, the Bank of International Settlements Innovation Hub and Bank of Indonesia announced finalists for the G20 Tech Sprint CBDC Challenge. And this was announced literally when I was in Indonesia. I was sitting in Bali. I was living in Bali for a bit, and ironically, they announced the finalists for the G20 CBDC Challenge. Now, why is this important to your Ripple and Stellar Lumens? Well, good question. Because right here, they basically have three different categories, okay? The first category is to effectively build a robust means to issue, distribute, and transfer CBDCs. And they're looking at these major, about 8 different platforms to use, okay? So the major G20 countries around the world are looking at these 8 different platforms to issue, distribute, and transfer CBDCs. Now, if we take a look at this list, we have R3 Corda, which uses XRP and XDC in their settlement system. As you can tell right here, R3 launches Universal Settler application to facilitate global payments on Corda. XRP is the first settlement mechanism. So R3 Corda is part of the finalists, and they use XRP. Now, next we have Ripple, literally the G20 and the Bank of International Settlements, which is composed of the biggest banks, central banks around the world. They're also looking at Ripple, literally Ripple, RippleNet. Yes, your XRP basically. They are looking at that and could potentially choose them as a winner. Now, Stellar Lumens XLM is another major one. Now, as you can tell right here, SEA is a partnership between Stellar Lumens, eCurrency, and ANZ. So XLM will be used by the G20 and the Bank of International Settlements for their CBDC. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because we spoke about this before. Yes, whenever this first came out and I was in Bali, we made a whole video about this. And I told you that once the winners are announced, because they were supposed to be announced on October 12th, 2022, but the winners have not yet been announced. Like, there was a countdown right here, and it showed about like 20 days, 30 days, but the countdown ended, but they did not choose a winner yet. So what does that mean? Well, I looked up when was the next date, when is the next G20 summit for the Bank of International Settlements and major countries around the world. Well, the next G20 summit is basically going to be between November 15th and 16th. So it's coming up in the next 10 days. Yes. So in that summit, they could meet up to see which is the best CBDC platform. In the next week or two, we could potentially hear some big news about your Ripple XRP and Stellar Lumens XLM potentially being chosen. One of them will be chosen to build effective and robust means to issue, distribute, and transfer CBDCs around the world. Now, again, CBDCs are being worked on by the Bank of International Settlements, and the Bank of International Settlements includes central banks in Russia, in China, in Europe, in North America, South America, Australia. Okay, they include the biggest central banks around the world, and they're all working on a CBDC. So the fact that they're looking at your Ripple XRP and Stellar Lumens XLM is absolutely huge. So this was supposed to be announced. The winners were supposed to be announced just a few weeks ago, but they weren't. So I believe that by the next G20 summit, which is going to be the 17th G20 Heads of States and Government Summit, will take place within about 10 days from now, okay? Because the summit will be the pinnacle of the G20 process and intense work carried out within the ministerial meetings. They're going to have working groups and engagement groups throughout the year. So the working group on CBDCs are going to convene in about 10 days. They're going to meet in 10 days, and they could choose a winner on this CBDC Tech Sprint Challenge. Okay, so it is very likely that your XRP or Stellar Lumens XLM could be announced as major winners to issue, distribute, and regulate, or basically transfer CBDCs around the world. Okay, and it's not just for the G20 countries. It's not just for the Bank of International Settlements. How many countries have you heard so far that have built their CBDCs on Ripple XRP Ledger? A lot of different cryptocurrencies are building on XRP, and a lot of CBDCs are running on XRP already. There are over about 5 different CBDCs that have been issued officially on the XRP Ledger, and Stellar Lumens XLM also. Like, for example, Ukraine. Yes, Ukraine, in the middle of a war right now with Russia, they issued their CBDC, central bank digital currency, using the XLM Stellar Development Foundation. So there are major CBDCs around the world already working with Stellar Lumens XLM and your Ripple XRP. So that is why I say that yes, XRP and XLM will be used all over the world by CBDCs. And just remember that CBDCs are coming whether you like it or not. A lot of people do not like CBDCs. A lot of people think that CBDCs are going to hurt cryptocurrencies, and that's true if you're holding bad cryptocurrencies. If you're holding cryptocurrencies that have no use case, or they're not working with the governments, or they're not working with banks, then yes, your cryptocurrency will probably not do well. But if you hold good cryptocurrencies like XLM, like XRP, and there are other ones as well, like Algorand is working with CBDCs, Ethereum potentially, we have XDC, we have potentially Cardano, we have so many other good cryptocurrencies, HBAR, so many other good cryptocurrencies are working with countries and central banks and financial institutions and corporations all over the world. So you really need to see, what is the cryptocurrency that you hold? Is it adding value? Is it working with corporations? Is it working with people? Is it doing really anything different? And if it's not, then yes, you will probably lose a lot of money. But if you hold good cryptocurrencies like XRP and XLM that are working with CBDCs all around the world, and that's just one use case. That's not including DeFi. That's not including NFTs. That's not including smart contracts. There are so many other use cases for XRP and XLM. But today we're just focused on CBDCs around the world. So if you hold good cryptocurrencies, then yes, you will do just fine. And yes, CBDCs are coming, but that is how we can make money with XRP and XLM, to notice these trends before they happen. And that is why you want to subscribe if you own XRP and XLM. But that is why XRP and XLM will be used by CBDCs all around the world.